Hi, my name is Bialek, and I'll be describing the use of smoking cessation strategies among smokers in treatment for alcohol and other drugs. People in treatment for alcohol and other drugs are considered to be a high priority for smoking cessation because of the disproportionately high rates of smoking and subsequent tobacco-related disease and mortality. Despite the high smoking rates, evidence does show that people in treatment for alcohol and other drugs are motivated to quit. But long-term success is difficult due to a range of barriers. This means that quit attempts should be supported by evidence-based strategies to improve the likelihood of abstinence. And this is why we wanted to know what strategies are used by this population. And to do this, we've used secondary data from the QUITNIC study, which was a pilot randomized control trial of a novel smoking cessation intervention that recruited from Australian withdrawal unit. And this here is our sample. You can see that it is mostly made up of men and people whose primary drug of concern was alcohol. More than 3/4 of the sample reported making a quit attempt within their lifetime. You can see that motivation to quit was high on entry into the treatment centre, and the majority of participants intended to quit tobacco within 30 days, and the average self-rated motivation was 7.5 on a scale where 10 is highly motivated. And here we can see that pharmacological strategies were not widely used in quit attempts in the 12 months prior to entry into the withdrawal unit. Nicotine patches was the most popular, followed by inhalators, but still the reported usage was quite low. The acceptability of these strategies followed a similar pattern to usage, with both nicotine patches and inhalators being reported as helpful for the largest number of participants. Our last evidence-based strategy to report on is the use of behavioural therapy, which for this study was the telephone counselling service QUITLINE. While only 1/4 of the sample had previously used QUITLINE, close to half of them did find the service useful. And 66% of the total participants were interested in using QUITLINE in the future. So we know that smokers seeking treatment for alcohol and other drugs are motivated to quit and do have experience in making quit attempts. However, the use of evidence-based strategies outside of treatment centres is reportedly low, which may help to explain their low quit success rate. Knowing this might help treatment staff provide greater support in the use of these strategies for their clients, especially as they are motivated to make future quit attempts. And lastly, the future direction for this data is to determine any associations between quit methods used and personal characteristics like demographics, and also psychological characteristics like motivation and self-efficacy.